Getting set now for the main event as we are ready. Abreu and James. There is Shango James. And James saying that the Shango is African deity, basically Thor, god of lightning, thunder, and fire. Abreu, how about this? 16 of his 21 fights have ended in fewer than 7 rounds. But he's got a tall order tonight. And James, who stands at 6 foot 2 inches tall, and that's a tall welterweight.
You are not lying. And he knows how to fight tall too, which is very aggravating to go up against.
James a perfect 17-0 with 9 knockouts. And hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He'll let his hands go. Can average up to about 90 punches per round. We're not seeing that early on. And Abreu doing what he should be doing as the shorter man, trying to touch up James's body.
Nice little check hook, but James blocked it.
There's a nice left hook to the body from Abreu.
You gotta be careful because he could punch with both hands.
360 career fights.
Stop! Break.
Jesus,
Behind the
that's a
head.
lot of fights.
Let's go.
He was a pro before he turned pro.
Yeah, 4-time gold medalist at the Dominican Republican World Cup.
Nice
overhand right that time from James. And Merengue was looking for Shango, and he missed him there with the right hand.
Stop!
And now Abreu trying to measure James, but warned, hey, don't push his head down.
Can't keep that jab out. That's a measuring stick. You gotta shoot it.
Abreu is trained by Hector Bermudez, whose other big fighter is Javier Fortuna, who you will see on Premier Boxing Champions
Don't punch.
September 29th on Fox. Both fighters trying to figure each other out early on. James comes in with the right hand there.
This is where he needs to work, on the inside.
Abreu when they're close like that.
Correct.
James letting his hands go. Nice 5-punch combination, and he ended it with a left hook to the body. So the high volume punch output, didn't see it in the first half of the round, but James started to get a little loose here towards the end of the first.
Time!
Good first round.
James calls his corner his family. Sangara Frazier is his trainer. Todd Harlem is cut man. He comes from the Circle of Discipline boxing gym in Minneapolis.
You see it. You let go of the combination. You couldn't get away from it.
And there's a body shot, Austin, you were talking about right there.
Oh, good shot.
And here is Abreu, and we mentioned Hector Bermudez, Choco Rivas, the cut man.
Pues mira, tienes que controlar la distancia. Cuando esto está viendo, lo único que tú tienes que tocar. Y él se asusta. Él no va a tirar contigo. ¿Lo está bien? No.
Hector Chico Rivas. He likes slapping his fighter, though. I think that's the second time I see him slap Abreu.
Round 2 of a scheduled 10-rounder here in the welterweight division.
Come on, listen.
Right
I don't
away.
want you behind the head. They're not gonna hit behind the head. Let's go.
Abreu warned for the rapid punch behind the head. And let's get a quick report from Fernando Guerrero from the corner of Abreu. Fernando?
Oh, yeah. You know, we're very confident. We just want a little bit more pressure and stabilize the jab a little better. That's it. Just more pressure, though.
So that's instructions coming from Chico Rivas to Abreu. He's got a good game plan. More jabs, more pressure. The jabs will allow him to get inside. But he's working inside right now, and he's having some success.
Yeah, pleased to have Fernando Guerrero with us tonight as the fourth member here of our broadcast crew for PBC The Next Round on Bounce TV. For Abreu, he's got to try to figure out how to get inside and do some work from the lanky James. And James's fight's going to be on the outside, but James not as busy as we thought that he was going to be.
True, but he's being effective. You know, he's not wasting shots. Ooh, good.
Nice overhand right from James, using his height there. And Abreu forces him in the corner. He misses there with a big overhand right. As both fighters here try to work their way out of the clinch.
You know, James he seems pretty comfortable there, though. He's getting the best out of the exchanges, in my opinion.
It was a good 4-punch combination from Jamal James. And Abreu now
Let's go.
leaning up against James. And James, he shows us that big grin.
There's the smile he was talking
Well,
about.
he told us in the meeting that everything's okay if you see the smile. Oh, nice straight right hand. Catches Abreu flush.
It was about 5 or 6 punches that caught Abreu flush. And right before that combination, Abreu did throw a good body shot. It was answered back with 5 clean shots from James.
Nice pinpoint precision from Jamal James.
Point blank, Abreu's going to have to get busy.
Listen, this is last warning.
Well, Abreu's going to try to figure out here
That's it.
how to get inside. Abreu does his best work when James is up against the ropes. Point is, can he keep James there?
How do you feel?
Good. Boy, can't hurt me.
All right.
Just catching him trying to find him.
Yeah, I see you. Okay, we ain't gonna stay in them corners too long, though. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I told you.
No more
on the right
warnings. I'm
side
gonna
with
take
that
points
hook.
away.
Right, when you step in here,
Sir,
right
you
here.
cannot hold and
Right,
punch.
but don't stop with that. You throw some light
Listen to me.
combination.
You listen to me, please. No more holding and punching.
Because he can throw something too. You self
No
off the
holding
same
and
speed.
punching, please.
Let's take a look back at the midway point here of the second round.
The ref's back. Lovely.
I was warned about a little rabbit punching there.
Yeah, that was his last warning. The ref is going to deduct points if he holds him again like that. This is what the ref told him. No more holding.
Si tú tiras con la izquierda, termina con la izquierda, llega ahí. ¿Oíste?
Abreu comes from a fighting family. His brother Jose Abreu, 9-0.
Come here.
Also,
Gentlemen,
fights
we're
in
gonna
the
fight clean. I want to see a clean fight. No more saying. Let's go. Time.
fights in the welterweight division, and then Ramon, a little bit older, 126 pounds. Jose, 9-0. Ramon, 10-0. And you heard Asimenios basically telling each fighter before the third round, let's cut out the silly stuff. He wants to see a clean fight from here on out.
That double jab allowed him to close the distance. And Abreu was able to land a good body shot. Oh, that was an open back behind the head shot.
Sure was. A downward shot, a right hand from Abreu. But James took it in stride. And there you see James taking advantage of his height advantage, throwing that downward right hand.
Nice feint from Abreu to get in and go to work. He's using the jab
Overhand right, nice job. Jabs to the
jab to
body,
set
does
things
Abreu,
up.
that's right. He comes up over the top.
Break. Don't punch.
Tried an overhand right there. Caught James again there in the back of the head.
Yeah, the ref needs to get on that. Those are dangerous punches. Those are how you really get hurt. Nice overhand shot. Abreu's having a lot more success this round.
Well, Abreu clearly the aggressor, but James just doubles up on the hook.
Good body shot. Again.
James just, Abreu with just a little bit more sting on the end of his punches.
Stop! Break! Watch your head, you're going down.
I'm glad the ref did say something about James's head going down. Another body shot. I think those body shots are starting to wear down a little bit.
And it's interesting. You start to see nice uppercut there from Abreu. Swings wildly, misses a couple of times, and James comes back with a counter right. Oh, good three-punch combination there from James. Oh, stunning right hand from Jose Abreu. It lands.
It looks like James a little shook up. This is where he needs to go to work.
10 seconds left here in the third round. Abreu forcing his will on James here early on.
Time! Watch it.
Dorian Wilson and Jackie Harry star in an all-new episode of Bounce TV's original comedy about a barbershop family of dysfunction and funny. In the Cut, Tuesday at 9, 8 Central, only on Bounce TV, our way.
Let's check out the replay. Here's the behind-the-head shot. Ooh, deliberate. It was hard. The ref didn't catch it, though.
Sure didn't. And then here's our ref cam.
Best seat in the house.
Dallas Asamenios wearing ref cam for us. Great view.
Abreu really going to work at the end of the round. Yeah, it looks like he had James a little shook from those body shots.
Well, it looks like the theme of the fight, at least from Abreu's perspective, he wants to lean on James.
Right.
He wants to kind of rough him up a little bit, but also impose his will on James. When Abreu gets an opportunity to get James up on the rope as he lands there with that lead right hand, but then he leans on him a little bit. And also you saw the tactics of him leaning down. He's been warned about that. And so we'll see now if James can figure out that hole. That considered a knockdown. Wow, James' second time down in his career. Looked like the feet got tangled up. We'll have to take a look back at the replay to see if it was a punch that sent James down, but it has been ruled a knockdown.
It was definitely a motion of the punches. I think the tingling of the feet was really what made him get off balance, but he hit him and he went down.
Right, but if he goes down because his feet get tangled up, I mean, should that be a knockdown, or I mean?
I guess if the ref saw it that way, it's the discretion of the ref.
Let's quickly bring in PBC boxing historian Jake Donovan. So Jake, tell me, I mean, if the feet get tangled up, whether it's from a punch or not, if the feet get tangled up, should it be a knockdown?
Judges have to honor whatever the referee rules in the ring. If the referee saw it as a knockdown, that's how you have to score the round.
All right.
Knockdown it is.
So Abreu's going to get credit for a knockdown here in the fourth. And we'll take another look in between rounds, but James clearly didn't buy it. But that's part of, though, you can see that's part of Abreu's plan here in his tactic, because he's in close. He is forcing his will upon James. He's the more physical fighter. There you see him. He's employing some physical tactics. So we'll see now.
Yeah, he swung him around. He's making it ugly, which is what he wants to do.
And
if it's a pretty fight, it's not going to go for Abreu.
And he caught James off balance. And we'll have to see if it was the forceful punch that sent James down.
Less than a minute to go.
And see that time now. Asamenios says that is not a knockdown.
Don't punch! Stop! Yeah.
Starting to get a little rough and rugged here in round 4 of a scheduled 10-rounder. Another shot That was close to being behind the head.
To Abreu's defense, James is turning his head and ducking his head, bending a lot at the waist. You know, if you see that, you don't take the shot.
Stiff jab that time from James. So the fight getting a little bit more physical and turning into a brawl here. And there you see Abreu trying to lean on James. But comes up with a knockdown in the 4th round. And James gives him a little wink.
How good?
Real good.
All right. Show me that. Okay? Don't fight this fight, fight your fight. You understand? He's trying to play the game with you. You know how to play the game better. All right? You got the movements with your legs. Okay. All right?
All right, here's that knockdown early. Watch the feet. See, to me, it looks like he just lost his balance.
He was trying to duck, and like I say, he's been bending at the waist, and he got tripped up by Abreu's feet. But at the same time, he was throwing a punch. Even though it was in the back of the head, nonetheless, it was a punch.
And James was incredulous. Now, here's later in the round. This was not called a knockdown. And there's the Abreu's foot on the outside of James.
You see, Abreu was putting his leg right behind James's front leg, which is a southpaw trick.
All right, so they're going to score that a knockdown in the 4th. And so that's a 10-8 round there for Juan Carlos Abreu. We're in round 5 of a scheduled 10-rounder here. And the fight certainly taking the tone that Juan Carlos Abreu would like. Timeout for our unofficial scoring, brought to you by Milky Way. Get lost in the chocolate, caramel, and nougat. And there you see Jake Donovan has the fight scored 1 point ahead right now for Abreu. So basically 2 rounds apiece, so Abreu gets the advantage because of the knockdown in the 4th. Dwayne, what do you got?
Brian, I just talked to Sanford Frazier, who is James's father and his trainer, and he told him, listen, stop bending your head so much. Try to move the fight to your right and take the fight to him. Be smart about it, but don't bend down as much. And you have taken his best shots. At least that's what they think.
All right, Dwayne, that's a point, Austin, that you were making, that James isn't helping himself by bending down
at the waist. No, he's used his legs more, you know, to get that leverage. He also needs to use that jab again to keep him out. You know, the jab has been more of a flick instead of a stiff jab.
Yeah, and Abreu now locking up James's arms.
He's not letting him go. He's getting inside and staying inside. This is where he wants to be. But he has to also go to work. Don't just sit there and lean on him.
Well, he caught James with an uppercut, and then James tried to break out of the clinch, and now you see Abreu leaning on James.
Let's go.
And so it's getting a little physical here at Full Sail Live. Turning into a different fight than I think Jamal James expected. If you're Abreu, this is what you came to do. You needed to take advantage here. And
it looks like Abreu's still trying to chop that tree down. Good tactics, midway of the fight. Less than a minute to go in the 5th round.
There you see he's trying to lean on James once he gets him up against the ropes.
That's why James needs to sidestep and spin him out like he tried, but, you know, get out of the way.
Stop punching. Let's go.
20 seconds left here in the 5th round. James spins out, wide with his punches.
Nice combination.
Sure was. Worked both the body.
It took Abreu's legs out of him for a little bit.
And upstairs. All right, and now there's some blood on the face.
Good right hand
of Jamal James.
Stop. Break.
So this fight certainly turning out the way Juan Carlos Abreu would like. Jose Abreu told us yesterday when we spent some time with him, look, he never watches tape of opponents. He just kind of figures it out in the ring. Well, certainly he figured out early, if indeed that is the case, that Jamal James is 4 inches taller than me, so I have to find a way to see if I can touch this guy. And clearly his game plan has been, I'm going to try to impose my will on James and
Look
be
at
more
James
physical.
coming forward, pushing Abreu back.
But that's kind of the first outburst that we've seen of that from James.
Oh, wow. A few rounds at least.
Abreu catches James with an overhand right. James, by the way, continues with that chopping right hand. And Asimenios is allowing him to do it.
He hasn't warned him anything about the back of the head. His only warnings have been about holding him down.
James trying to get the jab going, trying to get some movement going as well. Nice body shot from Abreu. Nice right hand. All right, James, though, quickly spins out of the corner. So now we're seeing James start to box. And this is what James does when he's on. He's got the length, he's got the height advantage. So when James is on, he boxes and moves around the ring.
Correct, but James should have been doing this for the whole fight. And I hope he finds his rhythm and keeps it. But Abreu, with his vast amateur experience, I think he knows how to switch it up too.
Well, 360 amateur fights, we talked about that. He said, look, in the Dominican Republic, basically, it's fighting a fight 2 or 3 fights a week.
Yeah, that's great.
They were throwing me back in the ring, and that's a hell of a way to gain experience. I mean, you had 200 amateur fights, correct?
Correct.
360.
Yeah.
But not only does it help with the skill level, it hurts with the guile and the savviness, and clearly he has developed this is his style. You see right there, he put his right foot on the outside. Okay, and Asimenios talks about that, but he put his right foot on the outside.
Oh,
James is left.
James got hurt, I think.
James now has Abreu in trouble. Jamal James does a nice job. The left hand lands Abreu on the ground. It's just the 3rd time in Abreu's career he has been down.
Hey, come here. Are you okay? Let's go.
Now Abreu here trying to get his legs. 15 seconds left. James trying to finish it. Abreu ties him up.
10 seconds left.
Here we go. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round.
What a turn of events.
And James figures he's on to something.
A little distance went a long way for James. He got his distance and he shot, and he kept him in his punches, and they hurt him.
Jamal James did a better job in the 6th round of moving his feet and boxed more.
And it paid off with a knockdown.
Oíste, se puso difícil, pero vamos a tener que poner los cojones ahora, ¿oíste? Merengue, ¿oíste? Sí, maestro.
Let's take a look back at the knockdown.
You know what? James gave Abreu a little bit of his own medicine with a body block there before he started that flurry, and then he caught him there. Here's another look. Caught him with that left.
Left hook is what started it, but it's the overhand right that really hurt him.
And then here's another look. There's that left right there.
Right hand.
But before the sequence even started, James kind of used that shoulder to get Abreu in the body to get back in the corner.
Some distance,
and it creates some distance, and it worked big time.
Let's see how Abreu recovers from that knockdown round.
Shank 7 as we check in with Dwayne Ballin.
Fran, you and Austin just hit on his corner. Told him James did box, space box, go to the body, and they felt he's still in his rhythm despite what we were watching. He just can't let Abreu lock him up.
Absolutely.
Well, let's check in now with Fernando.
Oh, yes, it was all just a motivational speech of what you're made of. This is boxing, this is fighting, and no more instructions. We got to show your heart. You know, you're from the Dominican Republic and you got to fight. Every day was a fight in the Dominican Republic, so he's showing that right now. And fighting short, jab, and just go and attack.
Oh,
there you go.
Overhand right from Abreu.
My man
Catches James flush. And James is in trouble.
About a turn, you see that leg? That right leg he puts behind the front foot of James. Ooh, good right hand that James landed as Abreu came walking in again.
How about James? Comes right back with 2 right hands. And then a sharp left hook. Another left hook from James. Great action right in front of our seats here at ringside.
Good back and forth action.
Stop!
Oh, another right hand.
Thudding overhand right from James. And Abreu lunges in.
Ooh, nice uppercut on the inside from James. This is where Abreu needs to go to work.
Abreu has been most effective when he's had James on the ropes. James has been more effective when he's been able to box and get a little space and then use his reach advantage.
I think Abreu's taking a little breather. You would think he would go to work right there, but he took the time to take a deep breath. He's got less than a minute left in this round.
James, nicely done. 2 more hooks, and then he catches Abreu with an overhand right, and Abreu stumbles back into the corner. Abreu's still a little loose on his feet here.
But James isn't attacking. You know, he's taking his time. Nice right hand by James.
Catches him with 2 right hands, and Abreu looks like he potentially may be out.
He looks like he's ready to go. James has got to step on the gas a little bit.
30 seconds left, and Merengue doing a dance in the ring right now. Looks like he's out on his feet, and he is using James to hold himself up. Crafty stuff here by Juan Carlos Abreu, because he is using James to hold him up.
Not to mention, I think he caught James with a nice counter right shot as James came walking in. That stopped the assault dead in his tracks.
Blood coming from the ear you see there, the right ear of Abreu. Good stuff through 7.
¿Cómo estamos?
Estamos bien.
¿Estamos bien?
Looking at the body language between the two fighters, it looks like James is the fresher fighter right now. Abreu looks a little bit beat. Still room for a second win, though. So.
Well, I mean, James told us, look, I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to press for a knockout. Going to try to figure this cat out, and I'm going to take my time. And he certainly has stayed true to his word here.
Nice overhand right that really hurt Abreu. Had him hurt for most of the round, or the rest of the round. Here's another shot of that overhand that came in a nice little clinch.
Well, that put him in trouble right there.
Yeah.
That short right hand put Abreu in trouble right there. Abreu's out on his feet, but Abreu did a nice
Go back
job.
to that
He
jab.
actually
Stay on that jab all night. I want you to move. I want you to box, baby.
to lean
Pretty
on and
boxing,
stay
baby.
up.
Pretty boxing.
Abreu, of his 18 victories, none has come past the 6th round. In the 8th, a scheduled 10-round welterweight bout. I said at the beginning of the night, who wants it more, James or Abreu? Both of them want it pretty badly.
Good body shots from James.
And now we see it's James on the pressing attack. Trying to keep Abreu
Punch. No.
in the corner up against the ropes. Impressed with James's poise.
Absolutely.
To be able, basically, the fight wasn't going his way. Abreu was working his fight plan, which was to be more physical. James misses there, but to be more physical, to be rough. And it looked like James was slightly confused, couldn't get into a rhythm. And then about halfway through the fight, listen to his corner, get a little bit more distance, Austin, and that's when things started to turn around for him.
It really did, you know, just a little bit of distance went a long way. He actually dropped Abreu. And that's coming off the canvas to go and drop Abreu. Ooh, good right hand. Now it looks like Abreu's trying to take the pace out of James's book.
Nice left hook from Jamal James.
His legs are not under him.
Yeah, it looks like Abreu potentially still feeling the effects from the 7th round. But here comes Abreu leaning on James. And you know what?
Right. Stop.
If you're Jamal James and you constantly have to push your opponent off you, that expends energy.
That could get you tired. Jamal James now very aggressive with Abreu's back to the rope.
Now we see Abreu with the double jab. Good stuff here in the 8th round. James patient. James is trying to be the aggressor.
He's getting caught coming in, though.
He sure is.
The reason being, in my opinion, is he's not coming in with the jab. He's just trying to shoot in with the right hand and hooks. And that's why he's getting caught. There's the jab. They both do the jab.
Release a couple of jabs. James tries to go to the body and come upstairs. Lunging right hand from Abreu. And it caught James, but then there's that right leg move from Abreu. James's first time here, past 8 rounds, 17-0, 9 knockouts.
Loído, ¿está bien?
Abreu looks a little tired, employing a little soccer antics right there as well. We'll be back for the closing rounds here, James and Abreu. Well, here we go. I mean, the final 2 rounds of a scheduled 10-rounder here. I tell you what, Jamal James has flipped the script.
Absolutely.
With 2 rounds left, as they're taking a look now at Abreu's ear. Because we mentioned heading into the end of this round, there was blood coming from Abreu's ear. So the doctors want to take a look, make sure he's okay, and he is okay to continue. So here we go. This has been a fantastic night here.
Some back and forth action.
All night long.
All night long.
And all 4 fights that we have seen. And we're wrapping it up here with the main event. Jamal James up against Juan Carlos Abreu. And James, tell you what, he looks fresh.
He does. He looks like $1,000,000. His second win obviously definitely kicked in. Another thing, though, his corner told him, recognize when he's hurt and step on the gas. Finish him. You know, I think James could have finished him a couple rounds ago, but like he said, he's being patient. He's not going to force a knockout, and it will come.
Told us he wants to either steal the show or close the show. And so he has an opportunity to potentially do both, depending upon how this fight ends. James now in his rhythm, boxing beautifully, using his jab.
Walking Abreu down. Good body shot.
And it looks like James understands potentially this fight might be closer than he would like. So he's picked up the intensity here in the 9th round. But then here comes Abreu.
Sticking his head in his face.
But see, that's from the pressure. Yeah. That's from the pressure of Abreu. And he pushes James right through the ropes. Sure was from Jamal James.
Let him walk right into that.
Chopping right hand from Abreu. James unloads 2 shots to the body. There's another overhand right that hits the back of Jamal James's head.
And there's no warning about it. Nice hook. Oh, he walked right into another right hand. Abreu needs to set up and close the gap with his jab. He will stop walking into so many shots.
Abreu definitely getting a little wider in the late rounds.
40 seconds to go in this 9th round. Abreu has came on much better than he did the last round.
I mean, both fighters have to be exhausted. Both fighters have been down, but both fighters have showed great courage.
Had a little chase in the ring.
Straight right from Abreu. So it looked like James was winning the round early. Abreu battled back. Tough round to score in the 9th. Absolutely. Both fighters have to have it. As we get set now for the 10th and final round. Each fighter has been down. We've got 1 round to go. We're going to listen into both corners.
Es que es fácil ganar un asalto así. ¿Oíste? Fácil.
Échame agua por la cabeza.
Do not be there. You can't do nothing over there. You feel me? Get out of there. Move around. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Use your game. You know what we do. All right? You're doing it well. I need you to do it better. I need you to do it good, and I need you to do it the whole round. Look at me. I need you, listen to me. I need you to do it the whole round. Box him the whole round. Sharp shots.
Yes, sir. He's coming in sloppy. What's the matter doing
He's
the floor
already
right now?
sloppy. He's already tired, and he's trying to club you. Keep your hands up, stay sharp, and keep popping that jab. When you see the openings, let him go. You feel me? All right. Come on. This is you.
All right, time now for our final unofficial scoring, brought to you by Milky Way. Get lost in the chocolate, caramel, and
Wipe the
nougat.
water.
And there you see,
Shake hands. Last
Jake
round.
Donovan has James on top by 3 points here. Great advice from St. Cara Frazier and Adonis Frazier, father and brother of Jamal James in the corner, telling them they need James to box Abreu the entire round. Boxing. That's when James is at his best.
That's when he lands the cleaner shots. That's when he catches Abreu coming in high and encounters him, lets him run into things. You know, he should have been boxing this whole fight. But he's had some success inside. Oh, good right hook.
Big right hook.
Oh, good double right hook. The ref doesn't call it a knockdown.
And they do not call that a knockdown. We'll have to get another look after the fight. It did look like Abreu's momentum sent him into the ropes, but it was on the tail. It was on the tail end of a left hand. Austin said, "Hey, look."
That doesn't matter.
Austin said, "Hey, punches should count." Okay. Semenios with yet another warning.
The thing though about that, I don't really agree that that's a foul. He's just sticking his leg behind him. He's not sweeping it. He's just placing his foot to trip him up. Now, I don't think that's I think that's just a good tactical ploy he has.
To try to keep him from scooting out to his left.
Even to trip him up and make it be a knockdown, you know? Oh, good.
Straight right hand there from James. Halfway through the 10th and final round. Body shot there from Abreu.
There you go. Keep him out with the jab. And it's really setting a lot of things up, and it's making it harder for Abreu to get in.
Jamal James has been boxing since he was about 5 years old. Says his mother took him down to the gym, make sure he stayed out of trouble. And St. Cara Frazier was there and said he figured it out just a couple of years later. This kid had some talent, no doubt. He was special.
It's a boxing family. Frazier is James's dad, and his brother is also in his corner with him, who's been boxing since he was 4 or 5.
And they call it the Shango Nation.
That's right.
Shango Nation looking for a big victory tonight, but they're going to have to get by a gentleman who loves to merengue. Juan Carlos Abreu. No dancing from Abreu, though. He comes straight ahead. 30 seconds left. Who wants it more?
Oh, good hook.
James or Abreu? Abreu misses there with that right hand. Falls face first into the ropes. Bounces right back up. Fighters are exhausted. Let's see if each one has one more flurry in them. Hard body shot by Abreu. Good combination by James to close out the 10th and final round.
What a fight.
Tell you
what a
what,
fight.
unbelievable. Both fighters embrace.
Unbelievable heart, unbelievable skill, unbelievable talent. You know, we got to see everything in this fight. We got to see some good boxing. Got to see some good phone booth banging. We had it all in this fight. What a good main event to close out the show.
And no doubt, I think the toughest fight in each fighter's career, and it should be this way.
Absolutely.
Young, upcoming fighters, they should be in with some opponents that are going to challenge them. 22nd fight for Abreu. This is the 18th fight for James. So another recap as Ref Cam shows us round one. It was Abreu who was the aggressor. All right, round 4 here.
There's one knockdown. That one was counted as a knockdown. And here's the other knockdown. Look at that leg. It's a good trip up. That was not ruled a knockdown.
right, so Abreu gets scored. One knockdown there, but in the 6th, out by James. There you saw the shoulder I was talking about. He gave the shoulder to keep him there in the corner, and then he hit him with the left hook in the right hand. And now we go to the 9th round. And both fighters sensing they need to do something pretty special here in the final rounds. And so which one did? What do you think?
You know, it's a close call. I think James may have put in more rounds. You know, taking the knockdowns away because they're one apiece, I believe. It evens it up. So I believe James should come out the winner.
I'd like to see that, man. That's
What a
right.
good fight,
Tell you
though.
what, these guys both put on a show. They both deserve a big round of applause here. Time now for the final decision, brought to you by the United States Air Force. Experience more at airforce.com. Ring announcer Ray Flores, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge Fred Flutie scores the contest 97-91, and judges Michael Ross along with Dan Bolas have the contest identical 96-92, all for your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Jamal Shango James.